The whole stand.
We look good on this one.
We do look good on
because that other one we looked terrible.
I look dry, but like oily and dry at the same time, which is weird. Like I don't know how that's possible.
That one when we had the blue on, we looked
but for black skin, it can be dry around. For me, I'm dry under here and then I'm oily on my cheeks.
Like you was greasy but had eczema.
And I do have eczema though.
Do you?
Crazy.
Yeah.
This shit got your skin glowing right now.
That's that alcohol.
God damn.
All right, well, I'm ready to start
She
now.
said she got that
on that note.
Leroy.
Okay, I'm ready to start. Let's go.
All right, I'm about to start recording. Y'all hear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go.
Who's in here?
ML, right? Niggas as well.
They left. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, motherfuckers and motherfuckettes. This is your host, Young Dolomite of the Cat vs. Dog podcast, here with my lovely co-host, CJ.
What's up? We in here. Barely.
Man, for real. She's free, ladies and gentlemen.
So, my apologies. I know typically we start our show at 3 p.m. on the dot. But today I was pulled over by the cops and harassed to infinity and beyond, as black people are. And so that made me late, thus making the show late. So I definitely apologize to my co-host and to my engineer for that. My tardiness, I do apologize, but I think they understand and know what it's like.
Yes, we surely do. I'm just glad we didn't need bail money.
I know. I was nervous in the motherfucker. I wasn't even doing anything wrong. I know if people know me, probably watching like, you bet you was speeding, bet you was this. No, I was in Beverly Hills coming from a good friend's brunch. Shout out to Erin. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, love. And caught me in the neighborhood. And
driving with the wrong complexion.
Nigga.
She had the wrong skin color. She didn't have the complexion for the protection.
At all.
She was out of bounds.
And got a ticket. A fix-it ticket.
A Nixit ticket.
Right. I didn't know my tint was too dark. But I've had this same tint for the past 2 years. I didn't know all of a sudden it became too dark.
The tint on your skin was too dark.
Pretty much. Much.
That's what that was. They was like, yeah, get her.
Man. They was treating your girl bad. Had me sitting on the curb, y'all know. So if you don't know, I twisted my ankle a couple of days back. So I'm out here limping. And when I got out, he made me get out the car and walk away from my car and still had me sit on the curb. Like,
man.
What was the purpose of that? I have no freaking idea. But I was out there sitting on the curb with a broke ankle, wrapped up, doing all bad.
Man.
So,
but luckily you're here.
I'm here.
We're glad you're here.
How was your week?
It was better? It was cool. Pollen been whooping my ass all week. Nigga, nostrils been clogged up. You know, eyeballs itching. I got my house. We went to go check it out and everything. These punk motherfuckers left trash all outside. So we got to clean up the trash outside. We had the cleaning lady clean the inside because these motherfuckers were some dirty hillbillies and shit. So we just had a big cleaning job to do before we got in there. We had to fumigate and, you know, just stuff that you get when you buy a house that was habitated by some dirty motherfuckers. So
but
we should be next week we should be moving in.
Okay, dog.
But right now, just laying the groundwork.
No.
How was yours?
My week was good. It was better than last week. We both got a chance to go out to the victory lap, or Nipsey's last victory lap, and that was definitely an experience in and of itself. I've never been to anything like that a day in my life, and I'm glad that I went. I'm definitely glad that I went. It was a lot of families and a lot of different people out there just, you know, showing their support, paying their respect, showing their love to Nipsey. And that's the only reason I went. Like, I feel like some people were saying, you know, people just coming out here for the shine or coming out here for whatever. And I do believe it was some of that out there too. But I feel like the majority of people out there were really coming out there to just show love, to show respect, because, you know, there were a limited amount of tickets for the funeral. If I could have got a ticket to the funeral that was at the Staples Center, I would have definitely did that over standing on the street and waiting for his casket to come by, because that's just the shell to me. But it was an overall positive experience. I don't have anything negative to say about it.
Yeah, besides the ankle.
Okay, so that is how my ankle got messed up. I was out there, and so I was right at Crenshaw and Slauson where it was ending at. And so people were out there and they had balloons, and some of the balloons got let go and they popped once they hit the power lines. And as you know, in the black community, pop, niggas get to running. And so they began to, stampede. I'm talking Lion King, when Mufasa was finna die, stampede. And so this lady, her baby had fallen out of the carriage. It was on the ground. I was like, yo, fuck that carriage. I got your child. Let's go. And she was trying to get the shit. And in the midst of trying to get all that shit together, my ankle got caught up and got twisted and whatnot. So I was like, bitch, fuck this carriage. Come on. Let's get up on one of these cars before we be dead out here.
Yeah, it was a lot of motherfuckers leaving their babies.
Man, I would have left Bailey in a minute.
Well, Bailey looked like he fast, so he'd have been straight. But a lot of motherfuckers was leaving babies. There was phones on the ground.
Hell yeah.
And there was a lady from like Ohio. She got ran over. She was showing us like her scars and shit. I was like, yeah, California, if you see people running, rule number 1, just run.
Nigga, that's a black rule anywhere. In the hood, you see niggas running. And you know what though? That, like, when it happened, I got irritated and I was like, man, fuck this shit. But then no lie, what came to my mind was, we're a traumatized people. We really are, because these were balloons that were popping. Balloons popping really don't sound like, if you know gunshots, you know gunshots. What made me start running was people were running towards us. So it was a chain reaction. I didn't even hear no gunshots or anything that sounded like gunshots. But when you are traumatized like that, it's in your instincts to run. When white people, when shit pop off, what do? Well, what's going on? What's happening?
And the problem was, it's not the people who from the hood that know the difference between balloons and gunshots. It's the people who didn't know. Because them the motherfuckers who started running. It was the people who was like, gunshots, we're in the hood, it must be gunshots. Yeah. So they just assumed niggas was shooting. Just like the first day that they had the memorial. And some candles fell. And motherfuckers started scattering that shit in up on the news. They was talking about niggas was getting stabbed and shot. And they, you know, they try to fuck the narrative up when they see niggas running. They just basically gonna play it as some bullshit.
Yeah, I do.
Because at the point when everybody start running, I'm thinking the police is gonna get it back in order. It was us.
It was us.
We was the niggas like, hey, y'all put the barricades back up. Everybody get back to your spots. And we was setting up the barricades. The police looked like them motherfuckers wanted to run. Because I was like, God, these niggas disappear or what?
Nigga, it was scary. Shit, when I seen all these niggas rushing toward me, I was like, and it's so crazy. Like, I can remember back when I was 18, 19, going to the club with my homegirls and some shit pop off in the parking lot of Stilettos or wherever we was at. It wasn't fear. It was like we was running, but we was like, just another night at the club. Last night, or what was that, Thursday night? Thursday. Nigga, I was afraid. I was like, what the fuck? I got shit to live for. I got bills to pay. I got groceries to make. I started thinking about all the shit I got to do. I was like, oh, nah, I can't die out here on Crenshaw and Slauson.
Damn.
Fuck no. Nah, but
no,
that's why I didn't mention it.
I didn't even feel like it was really dangerous. Like I was telling the lady, I'm like, when you hear niggas running, don't look. Don't worry about why we're running. Because I was like, I ran. I didn't run out of fear. I ran because I knew if I stood there, I was going to get my ass ran over. Nigga, I'm skinny. They would have ran directly through and on top of my ass. And I'm not going to have that. Shit, I seen a couple motherfuckers on the ground. Could have helped them up. Nope, didn't. Sure didn't. Fuck you. I'll be all right.
I just helped her because of kid. But my thing is, I didn't even speak on it because like you just said, we don't own... I want people to understand that we don't own any news media platforms.
Yet.
So but the narrative is always gonna be misconstrued. So if I had hopped out there and said, "Oh yeah, my ankle got messed up because I was at the Nipsey rally," then it's automatically going to be, "Oh yeah, I know the niggas was gonna be down there on some negative shit," or "I knew these niggas couldn't come together in a peaceful way." And when I tell you what my experience, even in getting hurt, was still very peaceful. It was people playing his music when his daughter and his family and the motorcade came through. It was nothing but love. It was like, honestly, a big ass turn up. a big ass party, a big ass celebration for this life.
It wasn't like a repast during the funeral.
It was like an active repast. Yeah. Because mind you, now I will say, the shit took longer than what it should have took.
Yeah, we was supposed to be out that motherfucker by like 2:30, 3 o'clock. We didn't get up out that bitch till like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
It was ridiculous. Like, the funeral was over at 1:32. He coming from downtown. Well, I was watching the funeral on TV because I was like, I'm not going to go outside until I see that the funeral is over.
Yeah, so the funeral was over at noon.
It was. It started an hour late. It was a very Negro function.
Very niggified.
But I loved it all. I really did. I think they did a great job in sending him home in the service, and the city came out and that's it. What did his brother say? He made the city proud. Yeah. He made the world proud.
Exactly.
So R.I.P. to Nip for sure.
Yeah, it was a beautiful situation because like I was saying, I was just glad nobody fought. It literally wasn't even a fist fight out that motherfucker. A couple people passed out like it was a Michael Jackson concert.
Yes.
There was a couple motherfuckers having seizures out there and shit. Like, nigga, if you epileptic, your ass shouldn't be around the crowd like that. What the fuck are you even doing, my nigga? Like, it's 3,000 hood ass niggas around this motherfucker. Niggas was drinking, smoking weed. Everybody was having big fun. It was like being in New Orleans. It was like the second line was out there.
It kind of was. No, I think that's a great comparison.
Yeah, like we was out there turning up and shit. Cause like honestly in my head I was like, I'm finna be fucked up. I'm like, once I pull out this motherfucker, see them candles, I'm already knowing I'm gonna start crying and shit. I'm gonna have to like dip off and hit them with the Phantom of the Opera like dab and cover my shit while I start crying. But nah, I got out there and everybody was smiling, laughing, cracking jokes and shit, like playing this music, dancing. So the atmosphere helped the nigga out. It was a celebration. So
it definitely was.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm glad I was able to be there.
Me too. I'm like, no lie, I'm glad I was able to be here. I'm glad I was able to participate as a person, who's not from LA. I was still glad that I was able to come down and participate in it. Because I feel like it's monumental. It really is for us as a culture.
Yeah, literally. And typical people who know me fashion was across the street like, that's your co-host?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that here. We're not doing that. So, but on that note though, I went on 2 dates. And so in line with what our show is all about is sharing, and I definitely know I'm far from perfect, but I think sometimes we don't know how to date. We want these certain things, but we don't know how to go about them. So I guess I'm gonna share a little bit, and then the fellas, they so petty here. I swear to God, being hella petty, can chime in, and we ask the people to chime in or whatever too. So they're two totally. I met them at the same place. I gave my number to 2 people.
Stay woke.
What?
Stay
that
woke.
Does not deserve all
Stay
that.
woke.
Really?
Stay woke, Kings.
So anyway, y'all gonna start the bullshit off early, huh? Ain't no y'all talk to 50, 11 females when y'all go out. I gave my number to 2.
Not me. I'm picky.
2.
But
I'm picky too.
Talk and give numbers out. That's 2 different things.
Yeah, 2 though. I was approached by a multitude, but I only chose to share my number with these 2. So ladies, be picky. Like, just because he approached you don't mean. Anyway, I feel like I don't have to say that. Like, yes, no.
Ladies, be picky. Please say that.
I feel like ladies don't.
Women ain't that damn picky.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be picky. Like, only if my thing is in your approach, I should laugh within that first. If I don't laugh within that first meeting, it's pointless. It's pointless for me. So I should laugh, or I should be in awe of your gentlemanness. So the first one, he made me laugh. And the second one, he was just a gentleman. He was just like a really nice gentleman. I was like, oh, okay, let's see. I hate this nigga. Because he feels like gentlemen are always losing. For the people who can't see us, who are just listening, he's giving me a look. Neither one of them have won, but I am more interested in
the funny one.
The funny. But he's from Chicago, and I have a thing for the East Coast and the South, so that's a win versus the other one is from here.
Chicago, the Midwest, but we gonna.
That's fine with me.
Just hating on niggas from California.
No, no. The one.
Explain.
God.
No,
damn.
I love Nip.
Mm-hmm. He ain't here no more.
Even if he was, he's taken. But here's my thing. The guy from California, we're just going to dissect this one day. So the guy from California, let's call him Bob. He did everything that he was supposed to do, right? We're going to call him Bob. We're going to call him Bob.
Damn, Bob.
Bob. So he called me. He's like, hey, if you're free on such and such date, I would like to take you out. We discussed what we wanted to do. It was cool. It was great. So then when I got there, I pulled up. He walked out to my car. And he had a rose. So he gave me the rose. And I turned around. I liked it. I like roses. I like flowers on the first date. I've had that before. I like that. So I turned around. I put the rose back in my car. And then I got up on the curb. He was like, was that not cool? Did you not like it? Was that corny? What's wrong?
Yep.
So then I was like, no. I said it was fine. I didn't. We were going to this place called Terracotta, which is games and drinks and stuff. I said, I don't want to lose the rose while we're in there. I say, so that's why I put it back down in my car. Instantly, that said to me that you lack confidence. And that does not work for me.
Beta male.
Beta male? What's that?
Beta. B. Beta.
Opposite of alpha.
Bitch ass nigga.
No, he's just a nice guy. It's not. I feel like not. I don't want to say he was insecure. He just lacked confidence. So anyway, we go into the restaurant, which I will definitely go back to with my homegirls because they had all these games and music and it was real cute in there. So anyway, conversations going great. We're talking, and then he begins to tell me about this is a no, people, men and women. Do not discuss on the first date previous relationships or previous things that went wrong, or that's like a no. You were supposed to
baggage.
Exactly. You were supposed to be discussing you and this person, getting to know. Like you can touch on it in a way like, okay, like I'm divorced, and I like to let that be known off top. But I don't go into no heavy ass detail about why I'm divorced, because at this point, that's what 6-7 years ago. So that's not even my last relationship. So that's no need to really discuss. And if we get to that point, then by all means, for sure, we can discuss it. But that's not first date conversation.
Yeah, nigga, don't sit your suitcase on the table.
He did. And he was like, why do
y'all...
this
luggage right here.
He was like, why do women ghost men? Why do y'all always catch up? Why? What are you looking at me like that for?
Ghosting men.
So listen, when he said that, I was like, I just was like, I can't speak for other women. I can only speak for me. I don't really know what to tell you about your encounters with other women. Like, I just met you. Like, I don't know why these hoes decided to ghost you. Maybe they just weren't feeling you. Like, even if a nigga decided to ghost me, he wasn't feeling me. So he out. It's no big deal. Like, it shouldn't be a thirst to force someone to stay that clearly may not be interested, period. Like, I'm not going to stress about that shit.
Yeah. You know how I feel about ghosting. Ghosting is some sucker shit to me. I don't like it. But for him to be asking you questions like that on the first date, that's friend zone. If you even become friends. Like, okay, nigga, thanks for this food. Maybe we can see each other at the gym or some shit. But yeah, that's gonna be about it.
So wait, I'm so glad you just said that shit, because it goes there. So we get up, we play games, we're having good times playing the game. He had confidence when we were playing games. He was talking shit. He was whooping my ass in Connect 4. So I'm like, oh shit, there we go.
He's a confident fucking game player.
So, but I'm like, sometimes people are nervous. There's nothing wrong with being nervous on the first day. So I was like, maybe he had to get comfortable, and now I'm seeing his personality, because that I need. When we playing games, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna let you win, or oh, ladies first. Nah, nigga, get in here and play this game and play to win. I don't want that. So we play the games, and this is where you guys can chime in. So the date's going good in my mind. He just seems hella cool. I'm comfortable. He tells me to.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I started laughing.
Damn.
He tells me, I don't even know how we got onto this, but he tells me, he says, I have car issues and I don't have a car right now. Honestly.
How the fuck did he meet you? Did he get an Uber?
Oh, he had Uber there. So here's my thing. I know tons of people out here in California because the way that Cali is set up is not like Houston or other cities where it's so spread out and far between where you have to have a car. People get on the trail. You can't Uber. You can do all these different things now. So I just was like, okay, it wasn't a deal breaker to me that he didn't have a car because I'm still just getting to know you. So, okay, he was like, I'm saving up my money to buy a house, this and that, and I get it. Like, I know 40 and 50-year-old niggas out here in Cali who have roommates. And where you would instantly think that that's some childish ass shit. But when you think about this $1,900 rent out here.
For a one-bedroom.
For a one-bedroom. You do shit that you would not normally do. So, it's a Cali thing. So, I didn't dismiss him because of that. I just was like, oh, okay. He told me that. So by the time we get to the end of the night, he's closing out the tab. He pays for the food and the drinks and the games and stuff. And I was like, hey, I'm really not comfortable with you Ubering. I say, I passed Leimert Park. I'll give you a ride home.
She just told y'all where this nigga live
at. Nobody. It's Leimert Park.
He's on the west side of L.A. Y'all go get him.
Bob in Leimert Park.
Go get Bob.
In Leimert Park. Go get Bob.
Bob's on the west side.
So what happened? So I give him a ride home. The ride home is cool. He gives me a hug. But this is when he takes the time to tell me that he reintroduces this ghosting shit again and says that he ain't looking for no more female friends, that he wants to establish a relationship with somebody and that he really likes me.
Did you say, oh, okay, good luck with that,
player? I said, oh, okay.
Good luck. I hope you find her soon.
That's too much pressure. I felt a lot of pressure from that. I just was like, this is not the way I want to end it. Like, whoa. And then it dawned on me once I got in my car and I was driving home, bitch, you just let a stranger get in your car and ride with you.
This is the second time. Last time it was the drink. Then you just let hitchhiker Bob get in there.
Man,
I'm going to take a point from her.
No, don't take a point.
Do he know about the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Bob. Bob. Sorry, Bob.
He don't know.
Sorry, we clowning your ass, Bob.
We're not clowning him. No, so was I wrong to give him a ride?
No.
I don't think so.
Shit. Did it look like he had a weapon?
No.
I was gonna say, was he bigger than you? But he probably wasn't taller than you.
No, he wasn't.
I'm sure.
You're an asshole. Listen here. The first one was, but we're not gonna talk about him.
We ain't gonna talk about the other one?
We're not gonna talk about the funny one?
No.
The one you liked?
No.
Oh, so she's sensitive about the one she liked.
You see how she do the West Coast?
She really like him.
I do really like that.
Oh, shit.
She throw the West Side niggas up under the bus.
I'm just telling you, I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just telling you what happened.
But she like Chief Keef, though.
So how about
I know.
God damn.
We can't know what happened in Chicago?
So listen, the Chicago shit, we had a great date as well. He took me to something called the Rhythm Room, which was tons of fun. It's downtown. They have all these different games in there. Like, I like to play games and do fun stuff. And I like to see, you know what's a good test, ladies, to see if a guy is a good guy? Is to go and play games with him to see if he's patient with you. Because one of this new shuffleboard game, when you slide it and it goes across this sand or salt or whatever, I had no clue how to play that. And he was so patient with teaching me how to play this game and taking my hand. Like, that to me is huge. Whereas where I've seen other niggas be like, oh, you can't get it. Oh, da, da, da. It's different to talk shit and you both know what you're doing versus you see this person that has no fucking clue to help them. So he was still talking shit, but he was like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to
show you how to get your ass whooped in this one.
And he did beat my ass, but it's fine.
That's cool. That's what you're supposed to do. Gentlemen, fuck their ass up. They're
yes,
not good at these fucking games. So beat their ass.
Beat their ass.
You look like a fucking punk when you let them win.
I don't say you look like a punk, but then my thing is I'm going to be talking shit if I won. And what I don't want to hear is, I'll let you win. Nigga,
now you look like a bigger bitch. Now
right.
You can't even get in the friend zone. You can't even be friends after that.
No, you can't. And I don't want to be friends with neither one of them, honestly. I'm good.
Chief Keef?
No, I don't want to be his friend. But I can tell, like, he has a vibe. I don't want to be his girlfriend because he is the type of man. This is the type of man, women, ladies, that you have to be mindful of, because this can go either way. Men who are raised in a household full of women either can turn out really soft, or they turn out how to deal with women to the T. And he is that to the T. He knows how to talk to women. He knows how women operate. He knows shit. Like, he's good. He's very fucking good. So
he's a player.
He is. He probably is. So that's why I'm not gonna put all my eggs in that basket either. Cause nigga,
are you running from the challenge?
He gonna be trying to put his eggs in your basket.
Why? I don't want to challenge. I just want to vibe with you. We already vibe really well. I don't have time to sit here and beg and chase your ass.
He was vibing.
We were vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, when's the second day?
Ask that nigga.
Well, that nigga, if you're listening.
Chief Keef, when's the next date?
Right.
Chief.
You stupid.
Chief.
I'm glad that y'all said that it was okay for me to give him a ride home, because I really felt like I was tripping after that.
You taller than him.
Yeah.
So you could have stiff-armed his ass if he tried to.
I'm not that tall. Listen, I typically date guys who, where if I have on flats, we're the same height, and that's 5'9".
Mm.
Now, if I have 5'9", here we go. Stop telling people what height they are when I have lived in this whole body for the past 30 some odd years.
I'm not telling you the height you are.
I'm 5'9.5" with no shoes on, flat foot on the ground.
+3.
Plus, I'm going to punch you in your eye. And then you have to explain that to your wife. And I apologize in advance, but your husband is over here trying me today. And I've already been tried by the police. I don't have time today. He's trying it. Anyway, moving on. So that was the tips, I guess, that I wanted to share. You supposed to get some advice
that you wanted to share. The advice is there's really no advice. Stay your ass out the friend zone, nigga. Quit. Don't be too B personality with women when you're on your first date. Please don't bring your luggage with you.
He's really nice.
Fuck that, nigga. Leave your luggage at home. We all nice on first impression.
But that's what we talked about, like your representative. I'm so past the representative. Like, I'm gonna eat a full meal when we go out. I'm not giving you no representative. If I'm gonna cuss, I'm gonna cuss.
90% of people bring their representative.
I don't have time.
It's a small minority of people who actually gonna be who they are.
I feel like once you get older, it's time out for that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I get it when you're 20 in your 20s, and I get that. Because you want to impress the person, and you're thinking that by giving this representative that's the way to go. I get it. But when you're 30 plus years old, you better be you.
Yeah, just don't burp and fart in front of them.
Oh, no, listen. That just goes along with good manners. I'm not finna do that shit.
Hey, some people think that's the real nigga shit right there. Some shit don't be that damn real.
No, don't. Please. Because all I'm going to do then is call my homegirls, tell them what you did, and block you.
Damn.
Don't do that. I mean, I still tell my homegirls regardless if the day went good or bad. But
Snapchat logo. She gonna ghost you.
Dead ass. I am.
Yes, to current events.
So recently, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's son. Well, it's not their son to girl. It's just her stepson came out as gay, and they took him to the Pride Parade.
He's 11.
He is 11 years old. When I saw it, I was taken aback.
Me too.
Because I don't have a problem with supporting whatever your child's decisions are, but my son's 9. And he can barely wipe his own ass at 9. So I'm just trying to feel like, could you really make a whole sound decision about your sexuality at 11? Are you that firm?
Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers at 11, they still think they gonna be the president or a ninja or a fucking basketball player or a fucking Teletubby or some shit when they get grown. Like, little niggas still think they're gonna be fucking detective whatever the fuck when they grown. Like, as a kid, a lot of motherfuckers don't even like girls yet or like boys yet at 11. Like, 11, you still playing in dirt and figuring shit out.
True.
So for you to have made the decision to be a whole ass homosexual, that makes me wonder what the fuck your parents is doing around you.
I did not look at it like that, but what I wonder with them is like what we touched on earlier, this level of inclusivity. As such, we want to just include and love on everybody without still being firm enough to say, well, okay, if you feel that way, I don't even feel like that. If he came to them and said, yo, I have feelings for boys, or I think boys are handsome, or however he worded that to them, that's something that they could have dealt with in-house instead of running and jumping and saying, okay, let's go to a pride parade. It takes adults years to get to the level to go out to a pride parade. So I just don't understand why it was just so immediately to jump on that.
Sprint out the closet.
Right. Sprint. And that might not even be who he is.
Exactly.
Because right now I feel like that might be a phase or a fad or something that he's going through. And I know there are different belief systems when it comes to homosexuals. Some say you're born gay. Some say you're not. And I'm saying this is from gay friends who have told me. I have some who be like, no, this is the choice that I live. And some say, no, I was born this way. And they're entitled to that. But I just felt like it was too quick.
Yeah, exactly. Because my thing is like this. Even let's just hypothetically say he's gay. He's super gay. He floats around and, you know, he like rainbows and he like double dutch and jumping jacks and all that type of shit. Like, why the fuck wouldn't y'all wait till he like 15 or 16 when he's a little more mature before you take him to pride where they drinking and touching each other ass and wearing all type of provocative clothing and doing all types of super duper gay shit. And it's like, you know, nothing wrong with being gay, but it would be like if my 13-year-old daughter told me she lost her virginity. So I'm like, cool, let's go to the fucking slut walk. Like, I'm not finna take my child to an adult fucking event. True. Pride is an adult event. So I wouldn't take no child to that shit, even if I did believe that my child was gay and I was being supportive. If I'm gonna have my child and be supportive of their homosexuality, we'll watch the fucking Logo channel. But we not going to Pride. That's way the fuck out.
This nigga said the Logo channel. Ain't that the gay channel?
Logo? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll have him watch Don Lemon on TV.
I agree with you there. It's an adult situation for a child, and it's a child trying to make an adult situation that I feel like they could have been a lot patient or more patient with before they jumped out there, because that's a lot. Yeah. I've been to Pride, and I'm not a lesbian, but or gay woman. But even in looking at some of the stuff they be doing, I'd be like,
for a fucking 11-year-old, that's a lot. Like, and then you little niggas out here dressed up like a fucking butterfly in school, and you wondering why. Right. And my boy Aladdin Saddam said they trying to normalize that BS, and
they definitely are.
Cut and Pooh said they trying to emasculate our boys.
I do.
That's what I believe with this toxic masculinity shit, because they never really say that about white men.
They don't say it about white men. I'm going to say, I agree with what you're saying. But I'm saying they're not going to never say it about white men, because white men get a pass. White men, their behavior, our whole president just said, I'm going to grab you by the pussy, and that was okay. So to them, it's not toxic. That's just man behavior. But when it's us, it's toxic masculinity.
Yeah, they put us under a microscope.
Yeah.
And we not finna allow that shit, because, you know, like I said, if my child was gay, even if I was completely cool with that and all of that type shit, like just the whole publicity of the whole thing, that's a private matter. My son's sexuality ain't y'all fucking business, whether or not I'm a celebrity. Like, even if I'm famous, what my son doing, especially at 11 years old, ain't your fucking business. Like, I'm not finna have my son out here paraded around like, hey, y'all, look, I got a fucking gay son. Like, it's probably a lot of motherfuckers that got gay children. But that's just not public that's not for public consumption.
11. Like, I just feel like that's way too young.
They way in the red for that. Like, and I'm a big fan of the union of D-Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand, like, they publicize a lot of shit that's private, because she says she eats his ass.
I saw that. They have a different dynamic in general, because he puts on her makeup for her. So
I think we all have a thing as husbands that we do for our woman that's not exactly considered very masculine. I put my wife's eyelashes on.
I could see that you need help with that.
Yeah.
And like I have had boyfriends help me take down a sew-in.
Yeah,
like
I cut my wife's out about a week or two ago.
Yeah, that's different. I don't need you to help me put my foundation on or my lipstick. Like,
but D-Wade, he do got that little look about him, like he might have some sugar in his damn tank.
He has a look.
as much a fan of D-Wade as I am,
he has a look.
He got a little glide about him. He a little zesty.
He is a little zesty, but like you said, I feel like some things are just not for social media. And that decision, I feel like by all means. But my thing is too, black people shockingly were in big support of him. D.L. Hughley reposted it and was like, his exact caption was "parenting done right," and I was like, wow.
We've adopted this what would you call it? Politically correct culture of
but he don't come off like that to me.
And all types of other soft bullshit. He's been in Hollywood a very long time. He's getting far removed from the Compton that he was born and supposedly raised in.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
he
times,
ain't
the
never
more
really
time
sold
you
out.
spend in Hollywood, the more you get closer to them type of motherfuckers in their mind frame. He started out as straight, cussing and always the real nigga of comedy. But the more and more he grows into that world, the more and more he adopts their way of thinking.
I agree and I disagree with you just because different experiences will broaden your horizons and allow you to look at things different versus when you stay in the same atmosphere your whole life. It's just like people who ain't never came across the 110. The way that they look at shit is just in a little circle. If you never leave your hood, you never experience nothing different, you never travel anywhere, even read a book that's about somewhere different, you're going to have this set mindset on how stuff goes. But then when you get the experiencing and traveling and going different places and introducing yourself to different cultures, then your mindset does broaden. And I get it, that Hollywood line is a tricky line, and I still feel like he's very true to his edge and true to his roots. I don't really see it as a Hollywood thing. I see it for him as a thing because he has a son with autism, and I think he's trying to group it together as like, I know what it's like to raise a child that's different. But autism different and homosexuality different. It's two different types of different. And my thing is the same with him. Soon as his son was diagnosed, he didn't run the social media and was like, "Hey, I got an autism."
Yeah, he wasn't at
it
the
took a while.
Special Olympics.
He wasn't at the special. It took a while for him to open up and write about it. And he began to educate himself first about it. That was my thing. I'm like, all the people that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union know, I would have preferred they would have got maybe some of their gay friends around to talk to his son. And they may have did this, we don't know, before running out to Pride.
Exactly.
I feel like there were a lot of steps they could have took before that.
Yeah, I feel like he probably saw his daddy doing butt stuff and he felt like that shit was cool.
How many kids that age, excuse me, how many kids that age know what Pride Day is?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think any.
Like, you should wait, like I said, like at least 15, 16. Like when he's a little more mature and he's more aware of it, because I understand the mind frame of taking them to Pride, which is representation. You want to see other people like you so you can feel like you're not different.
Right.
But they got a whole damn channel on TV for you to watch. Like, son, there's plenty of gay people who are out here flourishing. Look at your daddy. Don Lemon and all types of other people who are gay.
He's
like,
stupid.
you can be E.J. Johnson. Like, it's a lot of gay people out here that's doing well in life.
Yeah.
You don't got to take him to the gay, to Pride for him to feel represented. Because like I said, if my daughter is out here doing something, I'm not taking her to the slut walk just so she can feel represented. Like, well, I guess, we're not all virgins out here. Like, nah, man, let the kid be a kid first and then make that decision on their own.
That's heavy to deal with sexuality at 11. Like, what? Like, and I get it, though. Kids they have a lot more access to things than we did coming up. So that's like a plus and a minus.
True. But
and
even if he knew what Pride was, I wouldn't take him. Like, my son knows what a strip club is. He's 8. He called it the twerking store. It was the greatest thing I ever heard.
I like it.
But I was like, I'm not finna take him there. Like,
right.
Let's go to the twerking store since you know what that shit is. I couldn't believe he said that shit. I was like, the twerking store? Why did I not think of that?
Because you're not 8. You act 8.
He was like 4. When he said the twerking store, he was real little. I was like, they twerk and you pay them for it. It's a store for twerking. God damn. My son is a genius. But I'm not gonna take him to that shit just because he understands what it is. Like, you know, I'm sure my son likes titties. I've seen him looking. But nah, G, I'm not taking him to a situation where that shit is out in just the open because he's still a child. So I'm gonna let him be a child. When he like 17 to 18, then I'll sneak him in one. But right now, no, we ain't gonna do that.
You know what, Stefan, one of our listeners, and that's, I didn't even think about that, and it's kind of true. He said they're opening him up to pedophilia. And I'm not saying that because you're gay, that you're a pedophile, but the age gaps that I have seen through my gay friends and whatnot is crazy. And at that age you are, by taking him down there, you could be potentially putting him in a situation like that. Because I've seen like 60-year-old men with like 20-year-old dudes, and like that's a normal.
Catholic priests. They like little boy butt.
It's a normal thing in the gay community.
And I was watching a video of that little white boy who they was trying to make a drag queen or whatever, and he was on stage twerking at Pride, and they was throwing dollars at him and some more shit, and that little motherfucker was probably like 13 or some shit. Like, he was a little boy, though.
That's pedophilia.
I can imagine what that feels like in your mind. Like, as a grown adult, that's a lot.
Like, as the adult, even if I'm a gay man and I'm watching this, I'm calling the fucking police, because why do you as parents have your son out here around grown-ass men twerking? His parents should be reprimanded for that bullshit. They was all the way deep in the red on that one. They fucked all the way up.
Yeah, they did.
Some people just don't need to be raising children.
Man. Ding on that, for sure. We're going to segue into the next one.
Can you date your ex-friends? Your ex's friends?
Your ex's friends. Is that,
no.
That's a no?
Hell no.
That's a no.
Hell motherfucking no. You can fuck them on the under. But no, you can't
what?
date them.
So you can have sex with them, but I can't date them?
As long as don't nobody know about it.
Why?
Because it just looks away.
It does.
It looks
just
like you
look
always
away.
had eyes.
That's what I wanted him to say.
That's how the shit looks.
Yes, that's
if
how
I
it looks.
date you, that means I liked you the whole time.
Yes.
I didn't just find out. You know what? Now that me and such broke up, you really cool. Hell no. You always thought I was fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. What if y'all didn't know each other? What if y'all never met, and then when y'all date, y'all find out they friends with that person?
They must not have been friends like that then. Because if I'm dating somebody, then they gonna know the friends who I'm cool with. So it got to be a motherfucker who was barely your fucking friend. Maybe it's some type of associate or something. And in that case, yeah, that's cool. But I'm not dating a motherfucker who was friends with somebody who I was fucking with, because that is a clear sign that I've been looking at their friends.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't want to say private person, but when I'm dating somebody, it takes a while for you to get to the point where you can meet my friends. And then especially because I live in LA, like, I have a core group of friends, like my riders, that's not even here. So, and sometimes, and this is weird, sometimes I will see that they are a mutual friend of somebody that's here, and I'm like, how the hell do these Cali people know these Texas people? It can be that way. So it's like
social media.
Right, social media, but that don't necessarily mean you know the person.
But that also means that if we got mutual friends, I should know how I know this motherfucker who me and you dating. Mm-hmm. If it's somebody who you mutual friends with who I like, I'm gonna ask you. I'm be like, how the fuck you know Tashana? Because I'm like, I done had eyes on Tashana. How y'all know each other? Just in case me and you don't work out, I might want to fuck Tashana. And if y'all friends, I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, I have a homegirl, one of my best friends. She had another friend. I already told her that girl was shady, but whatever. And that girl ended up having a baby by a nigga that she was dating. And I'm like, you don't find that suspicious? That, and mind you, it was years after, like, they dated in high school, and she didn't have a baby by the nigga until we were maybe in our mid-20s. But it was still the point, like, y'all used to date.
So
that's
basically
weird.
What you saying is you ain't cool with it neither.
I'm saying it depends on the scenario.
What's the scenario?
Because she knew him. Mm-hmm. I'm saying it like, let's say, okay, bet, I just met you, right? A couple of months ago. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Exactly. It needs to be somebody I dated. Okay, so let's say I meet. That's not gonna work. I was trying to. It's not acceptable. I'm trying to think, like, if I never met the person, if the person never met him, then I think it would be okay.
Yeah, but that kind of don't count as a friend.
What do you mean?
Because if me and you dated long enough for us to be significant, then I should have met your friends. If I'm dating somebody that I didn't even know was your friend, then we was just fucking really. We was just fucking around. We wasn't really dating.
Okay, well, let's say it in
call me an ex. Because some bitches, I don't even consider them an ex. I was only fucking with you for a month and a half. You ain't even a fucking ex. You just a motherfucker I was with for a minute.
So, then let's take it there then. So, you telling me if you was fucking with a female for 2 months, y'all was just fucking hanging out, whatever. You are allowed to fuck her friends?
If I didn't meet them.
That's what I'm saying. You never met them.
If I didn't meet them, then it don't fucking count. Because if she like, oh, that was my homegirl, motherfucker, I didn't know. Get the fuck out of my face.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't know the person, then I feel like it's okay. But if I've met you, then that's where that theory of like, you done seen
I had a situation like that where I end up having a relationship with a female who had a relationship with one of my cousins. I didn't know that.
You had a relationship with a girl
that had a relationship with my cousin.
One of your cousins.
Yep.
And you was okay with it.
I wasn't around. Me and her got into a relationship, and she saw a picture of me and my cousin and was like, how do you know Antoine? I'm like, Antoine is my cousin. She like, we dated for a minute. I'm like, well, motherfucker, we already been together for a minute. Me and her was already in a relationship for damn near a year when I found out that she was in a relationship with my cousin. So it was already too late. We done been fucking.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't gonna stop now.
That's some southern shit. You always giving me credit. She out here fucking cousins.
But shit, she didn't know. We don't look alike.
You got some strong ass genes on Semblance Day. All your people look alike. Unless this nigga is dark skinned.
He's very dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that nigga, he mixed though.
He dark skinned. What's she doing over here playing with your high yellow ass?
He mixed with Midnight and 12:30.
You can't be flipping teams. Are you gonna be team dark skin or team light skin? Pick one.
I told you I'm dark skinned. Oh, I just look like this.
All right. So my co-host wrote this down for a topic, and I'm gonna let him open it up because I don't feel like I do this.
Different privacy practices?
No, that's not what's next.
Which one? Oh, why do women never apologize? They don't.
I do.
Yeah, if you step on somebody's foot, you be like, "Oh, my bad."
No, I can get my last real ex.
Will fuck up and do not say sorry.
I can get my last real ex on the line right now. He'll tell you, "Oh yeah, she'll apologize."
You'll get you a CJ, niggas.
My thing is, why is it that y'all need us to apologize?
Because we always gotta apologize whenever we fuck up.
Do y'all?
Every single goddamn
But
time.
Do you?
Do you? Who don't apologize? What nigga don't apologize?
I'm just saying, do y'all?
Yes, we sure the hell do.
I don't. Niggas is good for, you know what men are really good at is manipulating the situation and making it seem like it's our fault.
Sounds like the same shit women do.
Oh, okay, well
because I done had to apologize for her being wrong a couple of times. Like, hold on, you mad at me for being mad at you? Now I gotta say sorry because I got mad at you for fucking up? Y'all good for that shit.
I can't think of a scenario like that where the nigga was wrong and he needs to apologize.
And niggas is used like, I'm sorry, baby. Especially when y'all hit them with the go sleep on the couch or I'm not in the mood tonight. Nigga will apologize real quick for some pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm a lead, though. I'm that type. Don't worry. You ain't got to go sleep on the couch. I promise I'm never going to be that person.
Same difference. He don't call you and apologize.
That's cool. I'm already somewhere with my girls.
But the apology is going to happen. Y'all don't apologize for shit.
Why am I BS? He said
we'll
you
be
BS,
somewhere
CJ.
with a fucked up attitude and y'all asses would be like, nigga, I don't know why you mad. I ain't even do shit. Knowing fuck well you fucked all the way up.
Listen. When women mess up like for real, we apologize. Grown women apologize. But like little dumb shit, no. Exactly. I'm not apologizing for it.
In most relationships, it's a lot of times little dumb shit. Only time women apologize is if we about to fucking break up. 9 times out of 10, y'all apologize when the nigga like, all right, look, I'm packing my shit. I'm the fuck up out of here. No, I'm sorry, baby. Now I realize I fucked up. But if you just do some small shit, y'all be like, nigga, what is you mad for?
Exactly.
You gonna make us feel bad for being mad.
Yes, I am guilty of that. I will make you feel bad for being mad about some dumb shit. I sure will.
That's fucked up.
I sure will. It's not because
to us it's big. Just
it's
like
not
with y'all,
big.
it be stuff that we feel like it ain't that big, and y'all be like, but it's big though. So we gotta apologize. But when the shoe was on the other foot and y'all do something and we be like, it was big.
That's what
and
sex
like,
is for.
It wasn't big. Fuck that. Sex ain't a fucking apology.
Sex is an apology.
No, sorry is an apology.
Head is an apology.
An apology is an apology.
Head is if I just if we arguing and then I just give you some head. Sorry.
I'm a stiff arm. You don't push your head away.
Nah.
My dick don't get hard.
Ben say nah.
When I'm mad, my dick don't get hard. I'll be like, if you don't get the fuck away from me, you better say sorry, goddammit.
I ain't had them problems.
Remember what I told you about the Cold War?
No.
I think that shit was like the first test run we did. The Cold War. When I said that sex for a long time, not having sex for a long time during the Cold War, I'm King Cold War. I go jack off, so it ain't even gonna work.
I don't use sex as a weapon. I'm just saying that it's an apology, because that's what I'm saying. Like
she don't use sex as a weapon. She use sex as candy. Yes,
it's sweet. No, the fuck, duh, nigga. I'm just saying. I think head is better than an apology. Would you rather head or you want an apology? Let's ask the people.
If
it's little dumb shit.
If I'm not mad, if I had a bad day at work, I'll take some head over.
I'm not giving you a head because you had a bad day.
Shit, you bet. What kind of girlfriend are you?
I'm just saying, I will, but we're talking about.
I was finna say, goddamn, CJ.
We're talking about. We are talking about when the woman messes up. So I'm saying, like, if I messed up and I feel like, okay, you really in your feelings about it and it really bothered you, babe. Okay, babe, I'm sorry. Here's some head.
Are you gonna say sorry or you just gonna get a nigga some head? Why the fuck can't y'all just say sorry? It's 2 damn words.
My thing is, I have no problem apologizing for real shit. Like, one time, okay, I will admit, I had told my ex to shut the fuck up. But we do not have a relationship where we talk to each other like that at all. No cuss words, no, like we are really good at talking to each other. And this nigga had just taken me there. And so I apologized. I was like, and then my thing is, women need to understand talking to a man like that is low-key emasculating him. There's no need to talk to him that way. And once you feel like you can start talking to him that way, it's a slippery slope downhill. Like, cause I don't even talk to, it's nobody that I talk to like that where I'd be like, shut your stupid ass up. Yeah, like, that's extra disrespectful. So I had to apologize for coming at him that way and say that was not my intent. So yeah, I will apologize. It had been times, I'm trying to think of another time where I had to apologize to him. Just like my thing was, I apologize. I'd be like, you know what? If I said this and that made you feel that way, because I'm big on, you can ask any of my friends. You're not always responsible. You're responsible for what you say and your feelings, but you're not always responsible for how people feel and how they take it. But if their feelings are hurt in the process and that was not your intent, then you can apologize for that. I will apologize in a minute for, hey, if what I said offended you or hurt you, I apologize because that was not my intent. My intent was such and such. I'm never too big. You should never be too big to apologize when you have hurt someone that you care about or offended them. But the little shit y'all be whining and fussing and cussing about,
that's exactly how we feel when we do something and we feel like it's small and y'all.
Nah, because it be with other girls and shit, and that's why we have to get on y'all ass.
Sometimes that should be little.
Like what?
Like a motherfucker just do some small shit. You realize a nigga left the toilet seat up.
Oh.
Exactly. That should be little to us, but to y'all, I can't fucking believe it. You so fucking inconsiderate. You wasn't thinking about me. What if I'd have fell in? Like your ass was gonna drown in the fucking toilet or some shit. We do some small shit. We leave too many dishes in the sink or something.
I have yelled about dishes in the sink.
Exactly.
Before.
We done fucked around and forgot to rinse out a dish.
But an apology is not gonna make me feel better about it. Nigga, wash these dishes. Apology. I don't want you to apologize. I want you to wash the dishes, and I don't want to have to remind your ass to wash them.
But if we forget, we gonna have to apologize. There'll be a lot of shit that y'all be wanting us to apologize for. And we be wanting you to apologize for shit that be small, but y'all, nope.
See, we just had a major moment here. We're having a major moment. Women don't want you to apologize. We want you guys to change the behavior.
Shit, I fix shit.
I'm just saying. Like, he just said y'all want us to apologize, and that's not. I think for women, I don't know any women. I'm thinking about my married homegirls. That's not it. Because what is an apology if you're still going to keep doing the same shit? Fuck an apology. Change the behavior. Yeah, that's more valuable.
Because I'm a fixer. I focus on the solution. My wife, she be liking to focus on the problem when we get into it. I'll be like,
we want to feel like you hear us, no? Yeah, I know. Because we want to feel like we are being heard.
I'll be wanting to hear you and start doing it. She be like, no, nigga, we gonna have to discuss it. I'm like, God, yes. Damn. I'd much rather just fix this shit and move the fuck on.
No, because then it leaves up the chance of you doing the shit again.
No, not gonna do it again. Once I get in trouble, fuck that shit. Game over. That's it. I'm done.
Stupid.
I'm done. Fuck trouble. I don't want to get in trouble again, so let me just not do this shit.
Right. I hear you. Change behavior, guys. That's 10
women
times
too.
more. Women too. Everybody. That's more valuable than an apology. Period. Shout out to Erin. I see she just stepped in the room. Happy birthday, love. I love you.
She almost went to jail for your ass, Erin.
I did almost go to jail for you.
Happy birthday.
I'll tell you about it later. Different privacy practices.
This is when one person in the relationship is a private person and doesn't want to put everything out on Front Street, but the other person seems to have a social media addiction and likes to chronicle their life on social services.
Okay, before we get into it, because I really wanna know. So since we've known each other, on my personal page, would I fall into private or chronicle?
50-50.
50-50. Okay. So when a person falls into 50-50, because I feel like that's more, and one person wants to post a relationship and the other person don't, what's the medium?
A discussion.
Discussion, okay.
Like, if we go to dinner, yeah, that's cool. But if we fighting, please don't.
Oh yeah.
Drop them memes on my ass. Please don't post the posts about how I ain't shit and you can't believe how a nigga can do A, B, C, and D. And where the fuck do y'all be finding these fucking memes that be so damn specific?
Hashtag,
I don't even know what fucking page. Yeah, I don't even know what page y'all be following where y'all be finding this shit at.
Women got a full ass group.
Nigga.
No, we don't have no full ass group. Let me tell you. You hashtag.
They got an album in their phone.
Oh, I do have an album in my phone.
It's an album just waiting for your ass where she got the fucking bitter ass memes that be like, I can't believe how these niggas won't even take out the trash, but they'll want you to do some whoop-de-whoop. Like, goddamn, bitch, how the fuck was there a meme about some shit that I thought I only did?
Cause y'all do. No, that's just it. It ain't just you. All y'all do the same stupid shit, number one, for the most part.
And there's a nigga, whatever you doing wrong, there's a meme for it, nigga.
And the same shit, I see niggas post stuff about females all the time.
That's a damn shame.
And I see memes for that too. Here's my thing. Like, I don't think no one should do that when you're going through, because now you're involving everybody in your shit. And I'm the type of person, I'm going to watch. I'm be like, oh, what's going on with y'all shit now?
Because I sure be like, damn, where's Bae?
Right. But this be the killer. When you done ran out of your business and you done said he didn't treat you like shit, this, and this, or she's been treating you like shit, this, and this. And then now y'all celebrating y'all 1 year anniversary.
Y'all goals again.
Huh?
Oh, now you goals again, huh,
I don't understand this shit. I just no lie. There's a girl today. She's celebrating her 1 year anniversary. I swear to God, just a week ago, she posted a post like, "Niggas ain't shit. Leave them, girl." Like, so I'm confused now. I'm like, so it's just best.
Yeah, I see it a lot.
Like, when y'all going through, I don't think anybody should post their business on social media.
Like I tell people, our roller coaster is not for public consumption. You can't see the ups and the downs. You can only see the straightforward when everything is going regular. If I'm just eating dinner or we just sitting there watching TV, I'll post that.
Yeah.
But I don't post my highlights or my bloopers.
I don't think it's necessary, unless that's your thing. Like, what's all girl?
No, that shouldn't be your thing unless you're getting paid for it. If you on Love and Hip Hop, yeah, nigga, by all means, nigga, let people be in your business. You get a bag for it. But I'm not finna let you be in my fucking business for free.
Well, okay? So, do you know who Super is?
Super Scent?
Yeah.
I know of her.
Okay, so if you like follow her, she has built her business and her brand and became a millionaire. Shout out to her and everything that she's doing, because she's not only put herself on, but put a lot of people and friends or whatever around her on. But she started out on social media. Her claim to fame is via social media. So if she wants to up and all of a sudden be private now, and she's addressed this too, it's odd because we've known you to be so open about your entire life. Down to her relationships, down to sexual encounters, things going on with her kids. It's not just like she just came to be as, you know, the owner of this lucrative makeup brand. You came to be from sharing on social media. So in a situation like this, where a lot of people are sharing on social media, just like now, I just shared these 2 random dates that I went on. But there are some things, though, that I'm never going to share on here, just because I just don't feel like it's for that. But for the most part, I feel like you can be an open book. And when you're dating someone who's opposite, because typically you're not going to have 2 people who are really like loud together. One's either gonna be the quiet one, one's gonna be that's typically how it goes. You don't see 2.
I was running through the 6 with my walk.
Calls, phone going off, ring ring. Yeah, you just wouldn't have it like that. So I dated someone who never posted, and I asked them, I was like, why don't you post us or this or that? And he was just like, because it's just not a big deal. I don't feel like I have to validate what we have on social media. And so then I accepted that. As my thing is, whatever it is, ladies and fellas, whatever they tell you for whatever reason, if you want them to and they don't, accept it. Don't try to convince them.
Energy is kept.
And don't try to force them. Because my thing was, bet you ain't posting, I ain't posting. No problem. And my thing is, then it's don't never say nothing about somebody coming in my DMs or comments under my pictures or anything like that, because no one knows about your ass because you don't want to post any pictures. Great. No problem.
See, it's like this. If a person is private as far as your relationship, make sure it's because they're private and not because they're hiding you. Nigga, if you posting everything else but don't post me, that's a red fucking flag.
True.
Now, if you just the type of nigga who only got 3 pictures on your whole damn Instagram, one is a dog, one is a meme, and the other one is like nothing, then for sure, I believe it. Like, you private, you don't want nobody in your fucking business, and that's cool. But if you post every fucking thing you do except fucking with me, then, yeah, that flag is
red.
Red as a motherfucker.
Flag on the play. People, pay attention.
Yes, sir. Do we have a bonus?
So that brings us to our bonus.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Rest in peace, Nip. Do you feel Nip legacy and his impact will really change people? Like, as far as motivation and getting on this shit, or is it just for, you know, a couple of months or a couple of weeks? Did his impact, will his death be in vain? You guys feel?
On me?
Oh, yeah, you can go first.
So I feel like it will live on. It will impact people. And here's why. There's going to be a ton of people who are going to go right back to their bullshit ass behavior and negative this, because even when I was out there at the rally, it was niggas on Crip cuz, this Crip Street, all that bullshit. And in my mind, I'm like, how do you love this man who stands for this? Are you out here for that? And that's just going to be some people. And we have to understand that. But I know for me, or not even for me, people who have that Nipsey-like mentality, it was nothing but just a push behind you to keep going. Yeah, it hurt, but it's like, okay, this showed me that I got to go even harder. This dude had 33 years and made this kind of impact. What am I doing? Most people are people who want to make an impact, people who want to see us move and grow as a culture are going to take the things that he did and implemented and multiply it. If that's not what you about, then to 2 months, 3 months, a week from now, you're going to be done forgot all about this shit. Or you're going to just choose to focus on the negative. But if you really want to make a change, he laid out a whole blueprint for you. He really did. In the music, in his life, in his walk. Because my thing is, everything that he stood for came undone after he died. Like that to me says a lot. That it wasn't while he was alive that we knew him to be this huge philanthropist and starting all these programs. It was after he died. So you need to be comfortable with grinding without getting a whole lot of accolades. They're doing it because you know this is for the betterment of the culture. This is for the betterment for my kids are going to eat off of this. So when you have that type of mindset, oh yeah, you're going to keep the legacy alive.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to live forever. Because if niggas are still talking about Tupac 20-something years later, then for sure niggas still gonna be talking about Nipsey, especially in LA, if anywhere, because he's got a whole corner named after him, and his name is gonna be here forever. He had one of the biggest funerals ever, if not just in the history of the state of California, so that's gonna be talked about. And when people want to bring up shit like that, his name is gonna come up, and every time his name come up, what he stood for is going to come up. They still talking about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and his name is going to be put in the same vein with those because of the truths that he had come right after his death. Because we talk about the 1992 truths, that was another 20-something plus years ago. And the reason that came about was this man's name. So his name is going to be brought up with a whole lot of shit. When people was having these hip-hop discussions about who was the realest rapper and who was this and who was that, his name is going to pop up all the time, especially when it comes to West Coast hip-hop and all of that. So as far as his 33 years and everybody comparing him to Jesus, that might be a whole nother discussion that's going to get his name brought up. Because he did a whole lot in that 33. He walked amongst kings. He was betrayed. When they start bringing up a whole lot of that shit, his name is going to be here forever. His face is on walls literally across the world.
True. Not
just California, not just on Crenshaw. I've seen it in Cleveland, Connecticut, London, New York. So his legacy will live on. If not just his mission, his name, for sure.
All right, and I have to add that Nip was a Leo. Rest in peace. Leo fan. Today's winner of Cat versus Dog is Young Dolomite.
Ooh.
CP time.
Because I was late. Yeah, that's exactly it. If I had been on time, you already know that would have been one in the bag for your girl.
Still consistent.
Man, we appreciate you guys tuning in to another episode of Cat vs. Dog. We appreciate all the love. Please continue to tell a friend. Post it on your page. Post it on your social media so we can get our followers up. If you like what you hear, let us know. And that's pretty much it for me on my end.
Yeah, I'm your other co-host.
So stupid.
Not to be mentioned. With our super producer, who we forgot to intro.
Oh, we did. Shout out to Ben. I'm sorry, Ben. Oh, no, that's your fault.
Producer, Ben Ready.
I'm always on the back burner.
Nah, Ben, we love Ben.
He my co-host on my show, and he always get his props on my show, so we ain't even gonna trip off that.
That's what you're doing right now.
I believe somebody got to come take this spot.
Boy, these niggas ain't shit, boy. Solo dolo till I die.
We'll be back next week.
On time.
At 3 o'clock.
If I don't get pulled over.
5 live Houston time. We will
free
see
CJ.
y'all later Sunday. Yeah, free CJ. She's free.
CJ's free.
CJ
is free. God damn it.
We out.
And we out.
That's how y'all gonna do me?